So Global is actually getting a couple of things in the later half of this month of April, right before Golden Week, and we're just gonna go ahead and cover all of that here today. I think there's a couple of important pieces of information I do want to recover here, just so you guys are aware of what to anticipate and what you should be doing moving forward here. So particular Whirling Cherry Blossom Springtime Dokkan Campaign Part 2 is coming out. Various events, including a new Dragon Ball story, and then a renewal of a Super Strike event will be available. Get awesome rewards, including Dragon Stones, and feel free to enjoy the events, is what they're saying. So, pretty cool overall. Again, there are some cool things coming here, so that's very nice to see. Complete all the missions, get 18 stones for Golden Week or whatever you want, I guess, sure. Now, there is this new banner. Again, a lot of people were speculating, oh, is there going to be a new Global First LR, a new Global First Dokkan Festival for the second half of April? And like a lot of us, thought, I saw a lot of us content creators were thinking the same thing, that it was just going to be some random filler banner just to make up some of the extra time that's left over. Because with how the schedule is lining up, even if they brought a Global First LR like right now, what are they gonna do for like the second half of May, or what would they do for another time spot? There is still going to be an empty spot on the global version that they're just gonna have to push some filler banner out, so they decided to just do it here, which again I think makes a lot of sense. So this banner lasts all the way until the 27th. I presume like the 28th is when we're going to see, like the 27th, 28th is when Golden Week should drop, considering, again, as well in Global, these sales do last until the 26th. So probably like the 27th, 28th is when the Golden Week banners do actually official drop for both versions of the game. So keep a lookout there. There could also be a global producers letter within the next few days. Usually they drop global producers letter, like in the 14th, 15th range, but it depends. Like sometimes they could just drop the producers letter, like, for example, last year they dropped this letter on the 21st of the month. So whenever it's going to happen, we'll keep a lookout there. There's also going to be V-Jump, right? But that's more of a GP thing. But if they show Golden Week stuff, we could potentially get Golden Week information. But yeah, keep in mind, I'll keep you guys updated on whenever we get some Golden Week things. But here's the legendary summon. There is a discounted multi. I saw a lot of people actually end up doing just this one discounted multi, and I would say at the end of the day, if you're on global because of the advantages, it's not, I guess, the worst idea to do a discounted multi. You still save 10 stones, but I would recommend overall just to not touch this banner. It's not worth it with, anniversary coming up, worldwide coming up, Golden Week coming up. There's probably going to be a lot of much more worthy banners for you to actually spend your stones on. And with those banners, you'll likely get, a just better value overall, right? You'll likely have a better chance at getting some of these units here. I mean, this is what, a 10 featured unit banner? Yeah, 10 featured, while it's like Golden Week will probably be like 8 featured unit banner. I'm assuming it's going to be TUR, so you have a better chance at getting the brand new Golden Week unit than if you're aiming for STR Piccolo, right? STR Piccolo is definitely the best unit here, but it's like this guy's on every banner, and I'm sure a lot of you guys did summon during the Worldwide Celebration cooler banners, right? So a lot of you may already have this Piccolo anyways. I don't think that this Piccolo is worth summoning for just by himself. I mean, look at the other units on the banner. You suck, yours suck, you definitely suck. You're actually okay for World Tournament, not World Tournament, for Super Battle Road. These guys suck, these two really suck. Goku Piccolo, certain situations they could be good. This Goku Piccolo sucks. Kaioken Goku could be okay, right? In a lot of situations, right? You could definitely get away with him in certain specific red zone, teams. But this Kaioken Goku was like another case of like, he came out and he was just really, really good compared to the other units that were out at the time. But then once we started getting units that could actually truly crush red zone, this guy kind of phased out a little quick. Very unfortunate. If only this Kaioken Goku and the Vegeta were Carnival LRs. They were so close. This one release off, basically. Very, very sad, but it is what it is there. This banner's not worth it. Please don't summon on this banner. I don't recommend for it. And if you do, for some reason, want to scratch some summonage, just do the 40 stone discount is all I'm recommending. But yeah, there's that banner. New Dragon Ball story is pretty nice. There's awakenings for the free-to-play Goten and Trunks. They're not really anything special right now, but luckily they haven't even easy aid. So in the future, maybe they could easy aid become actually quite good units, right? We'll have to wait and see. But Dragon Ball story is always nice to see because it's just free stones, right? For a story event that you've already done in the past, renewing it, and now it's permanently available. So now you can permanently farm any Super Saiyan Goten or Trunks or even Videl units, right, whenever you want. So that can be helpful. New Super Battle Earth stage and Extreme Super Battle Earth stage, again, another extra couple amount of stones. So like between all these three alone, right, you're getting about a good 30-ish stones. Then you get 18 stones for missions. At the very least, like getting around like 50 stones or so is quite good to see. Just scrolling down here, Dokkan events are up. Bulma event, and then right here again, another couple amount of like 20 stones that you can get from the new Super Strike Gotenks event. Now this event, I guess I didn't bring up the Super Strike Gotenks event. I mean, these Gotenkses are okay. They're not really anything special. They came out for Saiyan Day on the JP version of the game, right? So a lot of people were upset that they came out then, but it makes sense that they like held them off and waited to drop them until now, because it's like, okay, what else is really gonna be coming out this week? So you guys are getting these Gotenkses. The Tech Gotenks is fine, right? I think he's an okay unit, nothing really special. This physical Gotenks really wants physical orbs specifically, but he doesn't like create them. I don't know. I think this physical Gotenks could have been definitely better, but I think this Tech Gotenks is alright because he doesn't really need a specific type of key sphere. But neither of them are really like units that I'd be like, oh yeah, these units definitely, you know, very good, strong free-to-play units. Unfortunately not. I mean, it makes sense. I wouldn't really expect these Super Strike units at this point to be anything really strong. These are units that are meant to be ran in something like burst mode, you know, maybe Super Battle Road. This guy can really lower attack, this guy gets stunned, right? Legendary event missions, right? Those type of missions, like extra filler options for free-to-play players, right? Or people who, you know, yeah, basically free-to-play players, right? So I wouldn't anticipate them to be you know, one of the best units that you would use on your team, right? It makes a lot of sense with them being free-to-play units. But still good, you know, just extra stones here, and you never know when you might need these characters, so I would recommend farming them up since you're basically rewarded for actually doing these EZAs, right? So that's a total of like 50-60 stones. There's these like lucky ticket daily missions where you can get cherry blossom lucky tickets, and then you could use this to exchange for like some items. Now this is on New Year's on the JP version. This was pretty good actually. You got a couple of good stuff from here. You can get again Elder Kai's from here. You can get a good amount of training items. I got a lot of meat from here. I think this is just a cool thing to do, and it got a lot of good items, so this will be available for you until the end of the month, right? This goes live on the 18th technically, but keep in mind there is a maintenance on the 18th that will last until 12:30 a.m. Pacific time, so it's about a 7-hour maintenance. The reason for that is likely because of the World Tournament. So the World Tournament is getting not revamped, but there's going to be Extreme Z Awakening characters finally introduced for this World Tournament on the global version. We got this last World Tournament on the JP version before the one that's currently ongoing right now. In fact, I'm literally farming the World Tournament during this video. But yeah, this World Tournament introduced a solid amount of free-to-play characters that I feel like were actually quite useful in a lot of different scenarios. So I'm actually impressed by these free-to-play characters overall. Some of them aren't really great, some of them are good. We'll just talk about them real quick. But the 44th World Tournament, basically what happens is they introduce this new item called the Hercule signatures, right? And then you could trade these Hercule signatures for medals to EZA these units, for even awakening and stuff like that. But I think definitely you want to save these signatures for the Piccolo EZA medals and these medals. In order to EZA LR Piccolo, I believe you need to be like you would preferably, I mean, there's two ways you could do it. You can get top 10 local, I believe, or no, I think top 3 local will get you okay, I forgot the exact number, dang, at the top of my head. I sound really stupid right now. But it's not too hard to easy a Piccolo. You need 45 of these medals. So you need 3 times 45 would be a total amount of 90, if I'm not mistaken, right? No, you need 135 to easy a Piccolo. So you want to get, I believe, at least 30 mil points. You want, ideally you want to aim for top 2,000. I think top 10,000 you should be able to get it. 21 mil points. Actually, Mas Ningen is making a video to discuss the exact amount you need. So I guess you could go check out Ningen's channel. But yeah, I think you want to aim for top 2,000 anyways, because there's a couple of units here that I feel like you would have a good time easying. Obviously, this LR Piccolo is quite good when you have a Gohan kid on the rotation and he's able to get his guard and extra defense. This guy definitely does feel like the best free-to-play unit in the game. Very tanky. He's able to tank every single major boss super attack as a free-to-play unit. You just do need a Gohan. The issue with this Piccolo releasing now compared to like when he released on the anniversary on the JB version is that Global doesn't have this guy. This LRZ Kid Gohan, he's good. I think they could have made him better, but I think this LR is actually a little underrated. People just did not care about this guy, very unfortunately, but this guy is actually quite good. I think that him next to Piccolo as a rotation and you have like a floating support could definitely work out really well. I ran it in a lot of different bosses in the game. This Piccolo is able to tank Metal Cooler Core, Cell Max, Broly very easily. So really good LR release, this LR Piccolo. I definitely think you want to go out of your way to try and easy him if possible. Then there's 4 other World Tournament EZAs. This guy I'm not really going to talk about. He's like okay, I guess, but we'll talk about the other EZAs here. So just first off, this Kid Goku, like if you're able to get his passive active, he could actually be quite good. He has a lot of chances of super attack. He has this additional that has a 30% chance. If you're facing 2 or more enemies, he has an extra additional that has a high chance to become a super attack. It's like if you're taking this guy into the Gamma fight, right, you could do potentially 4 super attacks in Red Zone Gamma. He's stacking attack and defense permanently. He gets these extra stats and he can actually look quite solid. I've seen posts of this Kid Goku able to get some pretty reasonable defensive stats for a free-to-play unit, like 500 to 600k right after a couple of stacks, which could be helpful. But most of the time you're only going to get that 1 additional. He could do a guaranteed additional super against 3 more enemies, but like again, Super Battle Road will be where this guy could be really good potentially, where he could like do 5 super attacks in a turn and stacking, and that's where this guy could potentially get a little crazy. But outside of that, he's not really gonna be anything special, unfortunately. So I'm not really sure if this Kid Goku is worth easying for the time being, because even if you get like, unless you get top 10 in the world, you can't easy A this guy and all the other World Tournament units, and I think that the other World Tournament units are much worth more easying. My experience, I got top around you only the top 2k. I think I got top 2k or top 1k. You get the same amount of awakening medals for easy A units, and I was able to easy A Piccolo, the Goku, the Gohan, and the Bardock. So as long as you're able to do that, you're able to easy A all of those units, which is quite good, right? That's definitely what you want to aim for, I'd say, because I feel like all the units could be useful in their own right. Tech, we'll talk about this Tech Super Saiyan 2 Gohan real quick. I think he's quite a formidable free-to-play unit. 50% support to AGL tech and physical types essentially, and he's able to get some solid defense, plus the defensive stacking permanently. This guy is just like a dream free-to-play unit as a support. He's able to even tank normal attacks in a lot of these red zone fights, right? Especially if you get him additionals, he's easily able to do that. Now, again, there could be an issue where you get him in slot 7, and then he's not able to stack up a lot, and then eventually you get to a point where, he keeps floating off rotation. I couldn't even stack him at all. Now I'm the final boss, and I just straight up died to him, right? But as long as you're able to get him on rotation at least once or twice, stack up a couple of times, he's able to look quite good defensively. So I think this is a really good free-to-play unit overall. Keep in mind, he has a multiplicative stat on top of that. So yeah, I'm a big fan of this Gohan. He's on a lot of teams. He's helpful to a lot of units. HO LR Gohan, think of like Tech Carnival Goku, Path to Power Kid Goku supports, the new Dokkan Fest God Goku he supports, right? So very, very good unit. This guy is actually, I use him a lot on the physical God Goku's team. I think he's a great addition there. So I think definitely this guy is worth EZAing. This Tech Super Saiyan Goku is fine. I think he's another option you could potentially run on the Goku team, because he is on the legendary existence category, so he is supporting God Goku for what, 40% stats in total. Yeah, 1 key and 40% stats, which is pretty nice, right? He'll be supporting, you know, eventually we get another UI Goku in the future, but mostly the physical God Goku's unit that he's kind of, I think, intended to be like used around, which is why he's legendary existence support unit. You get some extra stats and stuff against Frieza. I guess maybe I haven't actually done a video on this guy. Maybe I'll take him against the Red Zone Frieza. We'll see how he looks like there. Crit chance support is okay, I guess, right? But like, this guy's like more solid. He's a more balanced out version of this Gohan. I think this Goku does like sort of more damage overall, but you know, I think that this Gohan as a stacking unit more defensively is better. Bardock is solid again. He's only STR and AGL types, not like, I think there's definitely a difference that you feel when it's like 3 types support and then just 2 types support. Even though it does get 50% attack and 3 key, defense would be preferred, and against like multiple types extra would be nice as well. But yeah, I think this Bardock's solid, but he's kind of like similar to Goku. He gets super effective against all types when HP is 70% or below. Not really great. If this was like guard, then this Bardock would actually be really, really good. It'd be a 9-day difference, right? Because super effective, like, it doesn't really matter that this Bardock's super effective. I guess they're thinking, oh hey, he's AGL, he'll get a lot of additionals. You want to get these additionals to build up his super attack, you know, stacks. So we'll give him super effective, right? Which is like fine, but it's not like, this guy isn't like meant to be really doing damage, so that's why I'm not really too much of a fan of that. Like, you know, like, okay, sure, I guess I'll take it, right? But yeah, that's pretty much it for these World Tournament. You know, just my thoughts of them overall. Again, I will be doing showcase videos for them over the week. There's not much else to do anyways, besides the World Tournament stuff. Yeah, I'll probably have to take a break or two from the World Tournament to just get some of these videos out, but that's fine. I mean, I'm granted the World Tournament right now. There's also, again, the potential chance we get the not only the V-Jump scans, but the producer's letter, so that's cool to see. Beyond that, there's nothing else here for Baton Battle, and then everything else from part 1. So yeah, that's everything Global Dokkan should be getting for the next, you know, 2 weeks or so. So strap in, guys. Next week you're gonna have that World Tournament. I hope you guys are prepared. I saw a lot of couple players were just like, dang, that's crazy. At the very least, this is a cool tournament, but just keep in mind there's gonna be a lot of mega farming, because World Tournament EZAs for this EZAs specifically were quite good. So at least I said this EZAs, but this World Tournament EZA like batch were actually quite good overall. So yeah, let me know what you guys think if you're going to be summoning for, you know, this banner for some reason, if you're going to be doing the World Tournament much, and of course I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.